Hello, everybody. Mike King from Profiling Evil. Tonight, I had the opportunity to join Vinnie Politan of CourtTV on the Unsolved segment of his show. I really enjoy getting on with Vinnie. Tonight is really interesting because we're talking about the Maya Millete missing person case, potential homicide cases that are really interesting. Let's watch and we'll get back together in a minute.
Welcome back. Time to open up tonight's unsolved case file. And this is a story we've been covering since January. So now we're looking at 6 months. Maya Millete, mother of three from Chula Vista, California, still missing. Our affiliate, KGTV in San Diego, has more for us tonight.
It's been terrible for the whole family. My mom and my dad. Just seeing them, every day, missing their daughter.
For 6 months, Mary Chris Droulet, her family, and even strangers have been searching for her sister Maya Millete. The Chula Vista mother of three disappeared on January 7th.
Her kids are her life. We're so used to seeing each other, every other weekend, and now she's not with us, so it's just been hard.
Mary Chris left her career as a registered nurse to dedicate all of her time to finding Maya, making her way to San Diego County from Riverside on a weekly basis.
I don't think I'll be able to go back, not knowing, where she is or not having a closure at all.
Chula Vista police teamed up with the DA's office, the FBI, and NCIS to investigate Maya's disappearance. So far, they've written 51 search warrants in this case, including 3 served at the Millete home on Paseo Los Gatos in Chula Vista. Just last week, investigators left the house with Maya's Jeep. Mary Chris says while things started off rocky with the police department staying tight-lipped about their investigative efforts, communication with the family has drastically improved.
They have opened up to us. They guaranteed us that there's an investigator that's working on the case primarily for Maya.
Mary Chris remains grateful to the community members who continue to show up and search for Maya every single week.
We'll keep on going. We'll keep on searching until we bring her home. We'll have closure in the family.
All right, folks, here's a phone number. If you have any information, call the Chula Vista Police, 619-691-5151. 619-691-5151. That's the number. Any information, no matter how insignificant you might think it is, it can help. And the search continues. But there's someone who's not searching. That's Maya's husband, by the way. Doesn't go out on those searches. All right, we've got some special guests still with us. Retired police commander, host of the Profiling Evil podcast, Mike King is with us. Also still with us in Chicago, Illinois, private investigator Erica Morse. And joining us now in Chula Vista, Maya's sister Mary Chris and her brother-in-law Richard. Nice to see you back again.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Mary Chris, anything new? Seems relationship better with Chula Vista these days. Don't reveal anything that you're not supposed to reveal, okay? Because I know sometimes they'll tell family members things that they don't want everyone else to know, and we respect that, obviously. But any reason for you to feel a little more encouraged in what's happening in the investigation?
Right. They keep on updating us almost every week. They're telling us what's the newest update on what they're doing on a weekly basis. Lieutenant Dan Pig has been really incredibly helpful to us, and he keeps us updated all the time, and it's promising. So we are very grateful for them.
Richard, does Larry get those updates as well? Her husband? Does he call up and get updates from the police? Is he concerned?
You'll have to ask him. I don't know. We know that we're doing our part to find our sister. Every weekend, every week, we have searchers. The community of Chula Vista, thank you. And Vinnie and everybody at CourtTV and all the media just supporting us. We could never repay everybody out, But we do our part to find our sister, and prayer and hard work, like I always said. It's tiring at times, but we can't give up.
Don't give
we
up.
Just have to continue. No, I know we won't.
Don't give up. Mike, I want to go to you first, Mike, on the Jeep being seized. It's been some time. What could they find? What would they do with that Jeep when they bring it back? What do you expect to get from that?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, this today is a circumstantial case, so they clearly are putting puzzle pieces together. And as they learn more, they realize that maybe there's something that they needed that they overlooked before. Or, Vinnie, a judge may not have given them as broad a search warrant as they wanted initially until they could come back and prove that we have enough probable cause to seek something a little additional. And so it's exciting that they continue to do search warrants. I think they're in excess of 50 search warrants in this case. And I'm just so happy that the family is now in communication on a weekly basis with the police department. And I applaud both of you. What you have done is Herculean and so amazing. And I just compliment you on that. And I know that my buddies over at the Cold Case Foundation have been getting you some help, and I just am so proud of what you're doing in the face of such ugliness.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gus.
Erica, what advice would you have for Mary, Chris, and Richard tonight and the rest of their family?
First of all, I am just so sorry for what you are dealing with. This is never easy. And Mike is absolutely right. You two are so very strong, and I think you've probably found strength you didn't know existed in the last 6 months. So you're to be commended for that. Keep on going. Make sure you do take care of yourself as much as possible. Get some sleep, get something to eat. The advice I have for you right now is to follow your instincts. You know your sister, and I see absolutely no reason to indicate why she would have voluntarily walked away from her children. I think you probably have a really good sense of what could have occurred, and am extremely relieved to hear that you are working with law enforcement in tandem, because they need you as much as you need them. Keep sharing with them the things that have stuck out. I would say over the 6 to 12 months prior to Maya's disappearance, because there could be moments that you think about now or later down the line that will matter and could have some information, just the slightest detail. Oh, I forgot about when this happened. Stay focused on what you think could have happened. Let the investigators focus on every theory. You just stay focused on getting those flyers out, not doing the really hard searches, because that's not fair to families to have to be in the fields looking. Continue doing the press, continue speaking out, continue passing out those flyers, and continue telling people who she was and who she is. There's just so much still to unravel, and the investigators are to be applauded. I think one report I read said 16 search warrants, then 44, then 48. Now I'm hearing up to 51. Like Mike said, a judge may have broadened the horizons of those warrants, but law enforcement's to be commended on this one. They are not sitting back and waiting. They're actively looking for her.
Mike, all this investigation going on, a lot of things happening behind the scenes. Your thoughts about Chula Vista and the job that they're doing, and how much they can make public and how much they have to hold back at this point. Because, I mean, there's obviously she was last known to be with her family in their home. Larry Millete, her husband, has lawyered up. He's not talking anymore. He is separating the children from the rest of the family. This is incredibly heartbreaking. But your thoughts about that, Mike?
Well, I go back to when this case first happened, Vinnie, and we, on your show, talked about Maya's case and laid this thing out. And I fast forward now 6 months, and I think, number one, You know how challenging it is to get an affidavit in front of a judge and get that signed. And you've sat with investigators and you have prepared those affidavits that they go and swear to. It is no small thing to go back to the well once, twice, 3 times. And that tells me that there is a huge snowball that's building for them to get a judge to say, yeah, you can go back into the well and dip one more time. That's really big. I think number 2 is Chula Vista is doing something that a lot of police agencies, I think, need to become a little better at. They're figuring out this goofy social media podcasting environment and figuring out how to tickle that group enough to get information out and yet still protect the case, which is the ultimate thing. It doesn't matter if we have something to talk about. It matters that they solve this murder, that they find Maya, and I apologize for saying murder, but at this point in the game, and everything points that way. But it really requires that they focus on their task, and then the rest of us try not to mess things up when we're trying to keep this in front of the public. And again, that's what I'm so proud of these 2 for, is they have made themselves available to keep this story in the public.
Mary, Chris, and Richard, I just want to put one comment. We post all the time. We tell people to share, keep the story going. But this one post from Iris tonight who says, so sad, but blessings to the family. People have you and your family on their minds as well as we do. So Mary, Chris, and Richard, thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
The promise continues. We're going to stay on the story. We absolutely will. And we appreciate.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate your time. All the best to your family. Mike King, Erica Morris, thank you too as well. Your input is so valuable. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, I hope you enjoyed looking into the cases of Maya Millete. If you know something about them, say something. Reach out to law enforcement and let them know what you know about the case. Wouldn't it be something if we could help bring these people home and bring some closure to the families? I want to thank Vinnie Politan and all of his staff for the opportunity to come on to Court TV on a regular basis. I consider it a real honor. I've learned so much from Vinnie as we've explored cases together. Plus, it's a lot of fun. Well, I hope that you know how much I appreciate you and thank you for your support of Profiling Evil. We'll see you soon at the next crime scene.